Show day. I'm super excited. 25 weeks of dieting has come to this, so.
Jack Richardson in the
Sitting here at 256 motherfucking pounds. It's the heaviest I have been.
Come on, put your fucking legs in the game. Let's go again. Push. Hold it.
Hello and welcome back to the YouTube. I've got to admit something to you guys. I have lied. In my last video, I said I was 8 weeks out. And I wasn't. I was 9. I was 9 weeks out, which is great. And fucked from me that I forgot that or just confused that. Now we're just under 9 weeks out, which is great. That gives me a little bit of extra time to prepare. But for now, I'm going to run you through a pull day with myself, vlog style. I'm going to eat that banana and also an apple as part of my pre-workout, intra-workout type thing. Usually I would have it with my first meal, but I've done a PT and I just wanted to make sure I had a little bit of food in me before I go and blast my back to bits so I can have a wonderful session. Pink Lady, always the best. Pink Lady is number one. If you're looking for an apple, it's Pink Lady. It's so juicy. It's so lovely. Smash this. Let's get started with pull. I'm just getting used to this mic. I bought a mic for this. I bought a tripod. I'm becoming a fancy videographer now. I'm becoming an official vlogger. I'm trying to do this shit serious, man. So I've got some devices. I just hope to fucking God you can hear me. It's quite noisy. So, right. As always, we'll start with a pullover. Now, what I like to do initially is I like to warm up one side at a time, especially because of my shoulder injury. And if you've been following me, you will know that my shoulder is fucked. And in fact, after an MRI and having it looked at, for a whole year, I've been training with a dislocated shoulder. And they've offered me surgery, which they said I could not have because, in their words, I was too big. But now they've offered me surgery in the midst of my prep, which I wouldn't have done the prep if I knew I was going to have surgery. I pushed back prep because of this fucking dislocated bullshit anyway. So I've got to just be very careful with this training. I've had to relearn how to train, relearn how to fucking pose with this side. I just make sure everything's firing correctly and I don't fuck my shit up. So this is why I'm taking extra precautions to just make sure things are working well. Do a couple of warm-ups. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to opt for higher reps, just because the shoulder is feeling a bit funky. So I'll do the stack. Usually I would pin it a little bit for lower reps, but I'm just going to take my time for it. And this is an important lesson. Listen to your fucking body. There's too many people, myself included, that will feel a niggle and go, well, I'll just do the weight I'm used to. Your body will tell you a lot of shit. If you listen to it, you'll actually make a lot of progress. It will tell you when you've overtrained. It will tell you when not to push it, probably stick with higher reps, change your form, change your exercises. It will tell you some shit, mate, to listen to it. And you'll gain a very good intuition. Sometimes it's not just about sticking to what a log says. The log only gives a certain amount of information. Anyway, let's go for a set. Just one set on this, guys. One motherfucking set. Easy peasy. Another thing with this, just if you can't get it fully short, you can ride out the partials, and that's the benefit of using something on a cable, is there will be tension throughout. You saw me not being able to get it short, just took the partials with whatever, so fully exhausted the lat. It's a great way to warm up the lat, ready for the rest of the workout. The next exercise is a pull down. Of course, we'll warm up one set on this. So I'm using 2D handles. The D handles are fucking brilliant, because there's always this argument, debate, what's the best attachment to hit your lats? First of all, you want something that keeps your elbows narrow and you can just drag down. That's how you hit your lats. Now, this is similar to a V-bar because it keeps you nice and narrow. But the cool thing about this, it will open up at the end so you can fully get it short, and that's not what you're going to get with a V-bar. And sometimes people choose attachment that's too wide up here, and again, they can't really align themselves. So this is nice, it's nice and versatile. It sort of opens up to your own individual biomechanics. So we'll do a couple of warm-up sets. We'll go in for a working set of one set. By the way, guys, if you are pulling, use straps on your working set, because your forearms aren't going to be stronger than your back, at least it shouldn't. So you don't want your grip to give out. If your grip strength is a priority, do grip strength exercises. When you are training your back, prioritize your ability to take your back to failure. So always use straps. I always see people fuck that up and they're pulling. And I made this mistake because I didn't use straps for years. My forearms grew, my biceps grew, and I had fuck all back. Let's fucking go. Yep. Go for the higher reppers again. Pull downs are the ones that are a bit dodgy with our shoulders. Sometimes it will feel great, and when it's there, take it again. It's about listening to your body. And sometimes I could just fucking stack this thing and go away with it. But today, I believe we're just getting a bit more accurate and precise with the movements, just to still get the stimulus. Also, to live and fight another day with the shoulder. Ideally, I just need a massage, man. I've been able to have one because Rich, who does my massages, just selfishly decided to have his first child. I'm only kidding. The humbler, you use this machine, it's got a very good way of making you feel pathetic. Very good machine. Now, with back, the alignment of how you do things is very important because there's a lot of intricacies in the back. There's different muscle groups. And for the longest time, I would train my back, and a lot of people do this. They go, this is a back machine, I'll just do that. But when you know what it's actually trying to target and how to align yourself in such a way to hit that, you're going to get a lot better response. For example, we've just done lats. That's all about just dragging the elbow down to the hip. This is for me to train my upper back. So that's about the shoulders rolling forwards and then pinching back whilst dragging your arms backwards. And you want to keep your elbows nice and flared so you can hit that upper back. What I had to do personally years ago is humble myself, recognize I wasn't pulling the weight with my back, the targeted muscle, relearn how to do that, the correct alignment, and actually build my strength back up with pulling with my back. Surface! Come on, man! Gotta hype yourself up, ain't you, man? Superb connection for someone who has dislocated shoulder. Great. Still getting a good pump on prep, but that's a good sign for sure. I've still got enough in the tank. And if I do get to a point where performance is a real big detriment, then that's where we utilize food. It's important to prioritize the use of food over the use of drugs. If you utilize food correctly, you can massively mitigate the use of drugs in a prep. And there are too many people out there just throwing drugs to keep themselves strong or to keep themselves big, but they're completely fucking up how they use food. Trust me, food is always better than drugs. It's the most anabolic thing you can put in yourself. Yes, even more so than trend. Again, I'm going for a more precise approach, control the tempo, the change of direction. And again, this is based on how I do personally feel. And there's some days where I'll come in and I'll absolutely fucking rinse it. And that's a point to make for you guys to understand at home. There are multiple ways to reach the desired intensity other than just up with the load or just being squeaking clear with the execution. You want to be able to go to failure and be on the muscle. That's the main fucking thing. Some days I'll go and I'll just fucking go for higher reps, and maybe I won't just be doing these pauses and have a super slow tempo, but I'll just rinse that way, and the form's still going to be good either way. And again, I'm basing this on my own intuition, my body. Again, I've been training for 11 years, so over the course of the time of listening to my body, trial and error, I'm able to make those decisions. And it's also important to recognize that when you are dieting, that your leverages are going to change, which means as your body weight drops, you're just going to feel less stable at exercising. If you're trying to still do those same numbers that you did in the off season, say like a 6 repper, and you really struggle to stabilize it, you've got to recognize that a reduction in stability means a reduction in output. And if you struggle to keep it on and throwing away your form just to fucking lift that same weight, you're going to lose muscle very fucking fast. Your performance will drop. So make sensible decisions when picking the weight. You just got to pick something that you can lift to the best of your ability. So this is why I would deeper into prep as I get really fucking light, and will just naturally drop the weight and opt for higher reps, more control, just so I can have a better chance of muscle retention. But that doesn't mean I'm going to train like a fucking pussy either. It's a balance of that. 2 sets on this one. Right, mate. So this is actually the last back exercise. Again, we're going to go with lats. So lat focus this back day. And what we're going to be doing is muscle rounds on this motherfucker. Because we've warmed up a hell of a lot, the need to warm up later in the session doesn't need to necessarily be as extensive. Definitely, feel it out. Just refresh yourself with the movement you're about to do, but you don't have to place a large emphasis on warming up. Remember, like with warm-ups and feeler sets, you want to do it just the right amount. And again, that's going to be an instinctual thing. Because if you overdo it, you'll take away from your working set. And if you underdo it, you'll take away from your working set and potentially hurt yourself. We're going for a fucking gnarly muscle round to finish up the back part of pull. The last exercise, I suppose. Because there is technically one more back exercise because it's scrubs. And that is part of your back. Also, I don't understand why people go, I'm training back and traps. What? What are you on about? It's your fucking back. I'm going to train my abs and lower abs. Have you ever heard someone say, when they're training abs, I'm going to train stomach? How the fuck are you going to do that, bro? Yeah, I'm just training stomach. I'm also going to just train my fucking spine. This is the first time I'm using this mic. I have no idea if it's good or bad. I don't know if this is going to be the fucking worst video in the world. So please forgive me. It's going to be a bit of trial and error. I'm sort of new to this shit. I will get better. Yeah, that's the aim. Let's go fat bitches in the club. Yep. Always start with the weaker side on a unilateral exercise. Match up with the strong one. Okay, up next, shrugs. Along with having no back, I also had no traps for the longest time. It was not until I started doing this exercise that it really fucking exploded. Because a lot of people are doing shrugs like that and not recognizing that the traps are behind them. And again, much like with training your upper back, it's about your shoulders falling forwards a bit, and your upper back is inching backwards. And this allows you to do that perfectly. And there's different variations of this, of course, but this is the one I go for. Before anyone's fucking gonna say some shit, no, it's not steroids. Yes, steroids fucking help. If I just took steroids and didn't do any of this groundwork with my training and improved my approach to training, I would have had the exact same proportions, just bigger. And this whole point of bodybuilding is we're trying to get balance, right? Yeah, the steroids help, but so did training properly. Again, as I said before, nothing beats training food and recovery. Fuck me. Fuck. 2 total sets of this. Okay, so for biceps, we're gonna do arms around on the Dorian Yates machine. You see it blowing dots using this machine. Obviously, I am Dorian Yates' son. He is my dad, biologically. You can ask for that. He'll tell you that I am. So, life it seems little man, drifting further every day, getting lost within myself, nothing that's no one else. I am to live, simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for me. Need help myself. Okay guys, that is Paul done. He was officially done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed that, a bit of a different style of video. Let me know what you think of that. To make this a little bit more informative, of course not every video, I'm just going to go into detail about things. Again, let me know what content you want to see. I want to make content that you want to see during this prep series, what you're interested in. I hope you guys took some shit away from this. Like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, then Hitmen are going to come and kill me. Okay, I need to stop bullshit. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Until next time, I love you so very much daily. Please marry me, thank you, guys.